to week number 18 of my Premier League predictions. But first, a look back on what happened last week, week 17 there, to the games of Liverpool against Watford. Liverpool winning 2-0, 2 goals from Salah, 38th and 90th minutes. 16 shots for Liverpool, 62 on target as well too. Liverpool were a bit unconvincing in that match there, but they got the job done yet again. My team, Chelsea, terrible loss against Bournemouth. Gosling in the 84th minute got the winning goal with a chip over the top into the net. Slipped offside, was given offsides, but overturned by VAR correctly. Yes, it was onside. 18 to 11 shots for Chelsea, 5 to 2 on target. And it did warn this could be a potential banana skin, as with a history against Bournemouth. At time had some disappointing losses against them. Sheffield United against Astonvilla. Sheffield United managed to win at 2-0. 2 goals from Fleck in the 50th and 73rd minutes. 8 to 7 shots for Astonvilla. 3 to none on target for Sheffield United there. Leicester and Norwich sharing the points, surprisingly, with Pookie scoring again for Norwich. Back on form again with a few goals there recently, I believe. And Coyle gave Leicester the equaliser, an own goal, after Jamie Vardy's shot there. Tim Coyle decided that he didn't want Jamie Vardy to score on the 9th game in a row, so he did it himself instead. 18 to 10 shots for Leicester, 5 to 2 on target as well. Burnley defeated Newcastle 1-0 with the New Zealand striker Chris Wood in the 58th minute scoring the goal. 9 to 7 shots for Newcastle, 4 to none on target for Burnley. There was a bit of controversy about the goal, but at the end of the day, it counts. So, West Ham defeated Southampton 1-0 with Heaver in the 37th minute. Bit of a relegation battle. That one was, with both teams struggling in there this season. 11 shots each, 4 to 2 on target for West Ham. Manchester United and Everton shared points in a 1-1 draw. Lindelof own goal gave Everton the lead in the 36th minute. Greenwood saving Manchester United there with a goal himself. 24 to 8 shots, 8 to 3 on target. Tottenham defeated Wolves 2 goals to 1. Lucas Moura in the 8th minute for Adama for Wolves in the 67th. And then Bertonian in stoppage time there, giving Tottenham the victory and only Wolves' 3rd defeat all season. And the big match was between Arsenal and Manchester City. Manchester City winning that one at 3-0, getting off to a fast start. And to continue Arsenal's dreadful one there, only one match in 11 games in all competitions, so pretty awful. De Bruyne scoring a brace, and Sterling scoring one as well too. First goal coming just after 2 minutes. 14 to 6 shots for Manchester City, 7 to 1 on target as well. And the final match, Crystal Palace and Brighton, was a 1-1 draw. Zaha in the 76 minutes after Mopay opened the scoring for Brighton in the 54th minute. 15 to 11 shots for Brighton, 10 to 4 on target. At the end of the day, they have to share the points. And how I got on with those matches from last week, not too good. I got the Liverpool-Watford game correctly. It was got to be inevitable. Liverpool will be bottom of the side Watford, but much improved performance with their first proper game under their new manager Nigel Pearson there. So well done them. Got the Newcastle Burnley game on. I actually went for Newcastle to win. Of course, I backed my Chelsea team to win. That didn't happen. I backed Leicester to win, but that didn't happen. Managed to get the Sheffield United win against Astonvilla right though. I went for Southampton against West Ham in that relegation battle. That was won. I went for Everton to beat Manchester United there. I didn't see Manchester United winning, so it was somewhat half right on that. I went for a draw between Wolves and Tottenham. Just about was, but stoppage time goals. Manchester City, yeah, I did see them beating Arsenal. And I went for a draw between Crystal Palace and Brighton there. So I got 4 white out of 10 there. So not too great, I guess. But let's see how I get on with week number 18 predictions. Head-to-head record overall and the odds. And then my predictions for each match there. So we got Everton against Arsenal. 106 wins for Arsenal, 61 for Everton, and 45 draws. Wins in the last 5 for Arsenal, or 8 wins in the last 10. Odds for this game, Everton are the favourites at $2.25, Arsenal at $2.80, $3.50 for the draw. And both teams going to get new managers, it seems. Well, Arsenal have confirmed their Arteta appointment. Everton just on the verge of confirming Ancelotti there, so that will be quite a big one for them. And Duncan Ferguson, though the interim manager, has done a pretty good job. Managed to come from behind 2-0 to 2-2 to nearly keep Brighton in the League Cup there, but not quite doing so. They defeated my team Chelsea, getting a draw against Manchester United in the league there after really struggling in the league prior. So I think they're going to win this game. They are the favourites against an Arsenal team, which is just awful. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory for Everton. Next up, got Newcastle against Crystal Palace. 26 wins for Newcastle, 10 wins for Crystal Palace, and 9 draws. Newcastle have been on 4 of the last 5, 2 wins and 2 draws. Odds for this game at $2.37 for Newcastle, $3 for the draw, $3.10 for Crystal Palace. Going to go for a 1-1 draw. Palace has scored the second least goals in the league, but somehow in the top half. So that's an interesting statistic, as they also haven't been conceding that many goals as well. Astonvilla and Southampton, a relegation battle this one. 28 wins for Astonvilla, 25 wins for Southampton, and 23 draws. Southampton unbeaten last 6 with 3 wins and 3 draws, including a 6-1 win back in 2015. Odds for this game, $2.25 for Aston Villa, $3.40 for the draw, $2.80 for Southampton. And Aston Villa with a 5-0 victory over Liverpool's youth squad in the League Cup. I think they have more confidence in this match. So I'm going to go for a 3-0 victory. Got Norwich against Wolves, 13 wins for Wolves, 13 wins for Norwich, 16 draws. Norwich unbeaten 4 of the last 5 with 3 wins and a draw. Odds for this game, $3.60 for Norwich, $3.50 for the draw, $1.91 for Wolves. Going to go for Wolves to bounce back and win 2-0. Got Brighton and Sheffield United, 12 wins for Sheffield, 9 wins for Brighton, and 6 draws. Sheffield United unbeaten 7 of the last 8 with 5 wins and 2 draws. 2006 was the last time they played each other though. Odds for this game at $2.10 for Brighton, $3.10 for the draw, $3.40 for Sheffield. Going to go for Sheffield United to win this game 2-1. Next up, got Bournemouth and Burnley. 6 wins for Bournemouth, 13 for Burnley, and 11 draws. Burnley 4 wins and Bournemouth 2 wins in the last 6 games. Odds for this game at $2.30 for Bournemouth, $3.30 for the draw, $2.88 for Burnley. Bournemouth have quite a few injury concerns, and even more so after that Chelsea game there. But they did manage to defeat Chelsea, so yeah, and Burnley aren't the best away from home there, so I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Got Manchester City against Leicester, 2nd place against 3rd, so a bit of a big match this one. 59 wins for Manchester City, 13 wins for Leicester, and 29 draws. Manchester City with 6 wins in the last 7, and have seen important matches, including a 1-0 victory over Leicester last season that really helped Manchester City win the title. and also Leicester beating Manchester City at the Etihad when they won the title back in 2015. Odds for this game, $1.33 for Manchester City, $5 for the draw, $7 for Leicester. Going to go for Leicester to win by the exact same scoreline as they did when they won the title. And I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory for Leicester. Manchester City haven't been at their best as they have been the last couple of seasons, a few defeats. So, but up for grabs there when Leicester have been absolutely on fire after that stuff up against Norwich just recently. Got Watford against Manchester United. 22 wins for Manchester United, 5 wins for Watford, and 5 draws. Manchester United, last 5, have managed to win, and 16 of the last 17 have won as well. Odds for this game are $4.20 for Watford, $3.75 for the draw, $1.72 for Manchester United. Manchester United, a bit of an interesting one there. They've been defeating the top sides like my team Chelsea, like Tottenham and Manchester City, and getting a draw against Liverpool. So, been great in all that aspects. But in terms of the bottom half sides, getting draws against like Everton and losses against West Ham and such, and it's getting less than a points a match there as well too against the bottom half sides. So it's hard to know what to get out of them. But you think they should be able to beat Watford, who have only won one match this season. So I'm going to go for them to each this game at 2-1. But unsure about that one. Who knows? Manchester United might slip up again and only get a draw out of the game. With Watford's new manager there coming in. That might be their first points under him. You never know. And the final game between Tottenham and my team, Chelsea. 54 wins for Tottenham, 70 wins for Chelsea, and 40 draws. Last 8 has seen 4 wins each. Odds for this game at $2.30 for Tottenham, $3.50 for the draw, $2.75 for Chelsea. Should be a great game, this one. Got the old manager we had of Jose Mourinho, who's now the manager of Tottenham, against manager of Frank Lampard. And I'm going to go for Chelsea to win this game, of course. Always back my team. And we desperately need a victory after some poor results recently. And we have been doing better away from home this season as well too. So let's keep that trend up and get revenge against Jose Mourinho like he did against, which Manchester United did against him as well too this season. And I'm going to go for a 3-2 victory for my team Chelsea there. That concludes this week's predictions in the Premier League. Feel free to leave your comments and thoughts down below about this week's matches or the prior matches in week 17, or anything else you want to discuss on the Premier League or around Europe or anywhere around the world, or just anything in general there as a reply to all comments. And if you enjoy the video, make sure you hit the like button, and if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe.